So if you've been thinking for a little while, I really fancy trying out modeling, here's a few tips for you to get started. First off, you want to do your research. You want to learn the different types of modeling. You want to look on agencies' websites, look at what kinds of models they represent. You know, if you see yourself as like an athletic model or a beauty model or a runway model, whatever type, plus size, you need to find agencies that represent this kind of model. If you can see yourself there, that's first off. You don't want to go to an agency that's just way off branding. You know, it also has to make sense with your brand and what you're trying to bring forth. So make sure you could see yourself on this website. Do you look like you could work with this kind of agency? So just get clear. Number 2 is take care of your appearance. And I do not mean that in a vain way. I'm talking about the basics. Be well groomed, take care of your nails, cream your skin, wear deodorant. Make sure you're keeping it natural. When you approach an agency, they want to see you like a canvas and see how versatile you are. And that's the same with castings. They can see you in your raw form, how you would turn up to shoots and stuff and be prepped. And unfortunately, modeling does start at your appearance. So as shallow as people think it is, that's how it is. And then it goes beyond that with, your personality and the energy you bring forth. So start off with just being well groomed. Keep your hair, your skin, your nails clean. Number 3 is take some Polaroids. Now you can literally do this on your phone. You don't need a fancy camera. You don't have to pay hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars to get any professional pictures taken. Agencies are really not bothered, especially if you're starting new. They just want to see you. They will take pictures themselves. They will build your book themselves. So just take some clean images. If you're not physically able to walk into an agency, take some Polaroid pictures, literally a headshot, some profiles, take pictures of your hands, a full length picture. A good way to see what you need is if you type into Google top model Polaroids, you'll see all the images that come up of all the faces that you recognize, and you can get a clear picture of what you should be bringing forth to an agency. They want to see it stripped back. They don't need everything else added. That comes later on. They want to see how you look in your raw form. You can literally get your friends to take these, and that's the best way to first approach an agency if you can't physically go in. Just send some Polaroids in. Number 4 is to work on your walk. I know that you might not be signed yet, and that's absolutely fine, but you want to start acting like you already are. You could get stopped tomorrow, and sometimes it works really fast. You get an agency and then you're out working and you don't know your face, you don't know your body, and you're uncomfortable. So I would advise you to be practicing your walk. Get that confidence. The thing with modeling is you don't know what's coming next, it's not repetitive. So you could be working for this kind of client this week and a completely different one next week. So you want to be comfortable in your body. You want to be able to do a range of different things, and it really helps when you're comfortable and confident in your body. So I would really advise you to be practicing your walk daily. Girls, you can just stick on some heels, whiz up and down, watch those ankles, make sure everything's strapped up tight and you're safe. Go on YouTube, watch catwalk shows, and just watch the style of these girls and guys, the confidence that they bring forth, and figure out your own style and rhythm, and just, start building that, start working on that. It's really going to help in the future. Number 5 is consider traveling or moving. So what I mean by that is, say if you live in like Manchester in the UK, there are agencies there, but in order to take it up a notch, I would advise taking a day trip down to London and going into agencies. Just don't limit yourself to your town. If you live in Atlanta, take a trip to New York. If you live in Puglia, take a trip to Milan, Step out a little bit and you might really surprise yourself with the feedbacks. Number 6 is a really, really important one. You need to learn your face. Now, what I mean by this is Often we will go on a shoot and we're just like frozen. So models don't realize, you know, it sounds glamorous, it sounds great, but there's actually work that takes place, you know. It's not easy to stand on a set with sometimes 20 people just staring at you. You have to be able to block that out and know what works for you. When you're on set, we're ready, right? So you need to get in the mirror, try different facial expressions, use your hands, move your hair, try different poses, and really figure out your angles, what works, what looks fire, and what just you need to stay away from. And you'll also learn this over time. I'm not saying, you know, you're going to go in the mirror one day and magically you're Giselle. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. You have to evolve. You have to shoot with different photographers and see how they work and different lighting to realize, oh, okay, this works for me, this doesn't work. And that's going to take time. But what you can do is, especially when you're trying to book those jobs initially, is have some looks ready. Just, you know, they put you in front of the camera and you're ready to click, 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 click. You're ready. The photographer's like, whoa, 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 hold on, trying to, you know, all of that. When you shoot, sometimes photographers might just throw little directions out at you like, jump and laugh, or you're really sad now. Morph into these different characters as the shoot goes on. But this is a great exercise to break that barrier of feeling silly. If someone says, stick your tongue out, or you're shocked, you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, like this is really weird. It's just going to flow a lot better. So work in the mirror, work with yourself to pull that barrier down of feeling embarrassed or anything like that, and just pose, get going, you know? Number 7 is you do not need an agency, but I would personally highly recommend one, because there's just a level of professionalism that comes with that, you know? Now, the good thing about having an agency is they take care of a lot of things for you, you know? They sort the invoices, they chase the clients if they're taking long with payment, they sort your book out, they promote you. The greatest thing for me, especially when I was younger with having an agency, is they work as a buffer, as like a safety net, you know? So I remember I was like 17 and this photographer asked me to do some topless pictures, and I was not feeling that. So I just called my booker and it was dealt with. I feel like they're always there, they understand the terms, they understand what's happening. It's not like calling your mum or calling your dad and saying, I'm having this problem. It's very different when someone's not in the industry for them to comprehend certain things. Obviously, if you call your mum or dad saying someone's asking me to be topless, they're going to tell you to get the hell out of there. But I mean, in terms of fashion terms and things like that, you know, sometimes certain models do that and that's all right and that works for them and that's editorial, it's whatever they want to label it as. But you can have this back and forth with your bookers and they understand how the industry works. So also it's really good because they have your whole schedule sorted, you know, they know who's on the shoot, they know the times, they know the location, the rates, just a whole level of order that's put into place by having an agency, and you can track things a lot easier. I felt very safe by having an agency behind me and just keeping me on track, you know, and obviously other people, because there's weird people in the world. Also, not any type of client can just come to the agency. There's going to be more time than not they have a personal relationship with them. So I really felt like I could trust and value the opinion of the agency, even putting me in front of certain brands because I trust their opinion, you know. So it helps with class of clientele you're mixing with. Yes, your agency takes a fee, but it is 100% worth it for all the work they do. Trust me. You try and do it yourself and you'll soon quickly realize. Now, that's not to knock anyone that is working through social media. If you're a young model, for me, I feel it's just a lot safer having an agency behind you rather than just being out there on Instagram or, you know, whatever, and having clients approach you and you don't necessarily know how to negotiate. You don't know how to articulate yourself to make sure that you're getting what you deserve. And I feel like a level of respect comes to you automatically when you're signed with an agency. So that's something to think about. I'm definitely not writing it off. I would just say that my experience is a lot better being with an agency. And I feel, to any mum or any guardian out there with a young person that wants to model, I feel it's a lot safer to be signed with an agency. For models that are not yet signed and you're using Instagram right now, make sure that your page reflects, your branding. So the kind of clients you want to work with, the type of model you want to be, Use this as your book. Great way to kind of see what you should be doing is find other models that look like yourself and models that you admire. Use their profiles as like your little mood board and start to reflect that kind of imagery on your own portfolio. So when potential clients do eventually look at your profile, they'll see what they're looking for. So number 8 is you have to learn how to deal with rejection. You have got to work on your resilience. You're not always going to hear yes, and it will hurt, and that's okay. But just understand that this is a normal part of modeling, and every single model, no matter what they tell you, has experienced rejection. We all experience insecurity, and it's a matter of you building that mindset to know that you have still got it no matter what. If someone says no, that's fine. Everything happens for a reason. So keep following through. If you feel that this is the industry for you, just keep pursuing it and it will pay off eventually. Build that resilience within you and know that you're worth it. Don't allow any of the rejection to pull down your self-worth or warp your self-image of not feeling good enough, because you are. So just keep it going. If you really are serious about this modeling journey, I'm really excited for you. There's so much to learn and gain from the industry, so just go for it. Jump and see what can come of it, because you never know. I hope this has helped, and if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I will definitely get back to you. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I will catch you in the next one. Blessings!